What's going on, guys? How's it going? Back again for some Python. Not really feeling motivated to do this. I'm actually pretty tired. Everyone's going to be like, well, just go to bed. No, that's not how it works. There's a lot of things in life that you have to push through. And I promise that we do this Python. It's good for me. It's good for you. So that's what we're going to do. Even though everyone's like, how do you stay motivated? Today's one of those days where I'm not motivated. But we're doing it anyways. It'll get better. We just gotta jump in here for a minute. So let's post this to Discord. How's it going, guys? All right, so let's go ahead and get started here.
So far, you've been working with strings and lists with just a single item at a time. You've looped through them with for loops, and you've pulled out specific items by using square brackets and the index of the item that you wanted. But what if you need some of the items, but not just a single one, and not all of them at once? Well, that's where one of my favorite Python features comes in. In some languages, you'll see these called segments, or substrings. In Python, though, they're known as slices. A slice, put as simply as possible, is a new list or string that's made from part of another list or string. If you make a slice from a list, you'll get a list. If you make a slice from a string, you'll get a string. Slices are one of the areas that trip up a lot of people in Python, though, so we should probably get to workspaces as fast as possible so you can wrestle this great feature into your toolbox right away. The simplest type of slice is one that has an explicit beginning and an explicit end. Slices work exactly the same between strings and lists, but since we've been focusing on lists, let's stick to them. So I have a basic list set up here. Should look pretty familiar. It's my favorite things. And that's a lot of things. I want the second item through to the fifth item. So favorite things. Now the second item is at index 1, right?
Oh, what's
so
up,
1.
Adita?
And then this is my span operator, if you want to think about it that way. This is what says that there's a next part. And then I want to go up to the fifth item.
Back at it again.
And, you know, really that would be like the sixth. That would be to the fifth item, right?
Doesn't matter, right?
So here's item 2,
Happens to
3,
everybody.
4, and 5. So I got all of those. Now, the slice syntax looks like the index syntax, right? Like favorite things 1 and favorite things 1:5 aren't that different from each other. They do have one important difference, though, which is the colon. And in this slice, after colon is another index. The first index tells the slice where to start. The second index tells the slice where to stop. Slicing stops when it reaches that last item, though, not after it has included that item. This means the slices are exclusive. They exclude the item at their end. That's a subtle but very important part. Since each of these things is an index,
You're not going to go to bed, but
as the starting
go to
location.
bed. Dude, I'm so tired. So we're just going to probably do like 30-minute stream.
I get raindrops on roses. That's what I expected. I get back the first thing in the list because we started at 0, and we went up to 1. We didn't include 1, so we don't get the second item. This is a good example of that exclusion in action. And remember how I said back in the part where I was talking to you face to face that slices always return the same type of data that they were created from? Since I created the slice on a list, I got back a list, even though the thing that I got back is a string. I didn't get back just the string. I got back a list with that string in it. To get the end of my list, I'd have to give the index of the last item in the list. But slices don't include the thing at their last index, and my list is only 6 items long. I can't ask for the 7th one, right? If I do favorite things 7, I get an index error because that index doesn't exist. So how can I do this? Well, slices are a little smarter than indexes. You can put in pretty much any number you want as the stop, and it'll go to the end of your data trying to find that index and just happily stop because there's no more indexes. And it will include whatever that last item is. So I could do favorite things 5:7, and I get the last 2 items, cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels. I could also do favorite things 5 through 9,999, and I still get those 2 items. So cool, I can get the front of the list, I can get the end of the list, I can get bits and pieces from the middle. Kind of annoying to have to put in that 0 for the front of the list though, right? Or what if you asked for 20 through 999 of a list to get all the way to the end of the list, but the list is over 1,000 items? You wouldn't actually get the end like you wanted. Well, I told you earlier that the colon was the special part of the slice. If you leave off one of the numbers, slices show another smart feature. So let's do favorite things with nothing in there, just colon 2. We get the first 2 items. And if I do favorite things 5 colon, I get the last 2 items. So leaving off the start makes the slice start at the beginning. That makes sense.
What's up? Thanks, dude.
0.
Appreciate it.
And leaving off the end makes it keep going all the way through to the end of the list. That's a shortcut for the length of the data. What would happen, though, if we left off both of them? Well, then I just got back my list, right? This is actually a pretty important part of Python. I didn't get my list back. I got back a copy of my list. This is really handy since lists are mutable, and the things that we do to them, like popping items off, actually changes the list. Often we want to change a copy of the list instead of changing the original. For example, let's look at the list method sort. So I have a messy list, which is 4, 2, 1, 3, 5.
I love that GIF.
Right? That's not at all the order numbers go in. So if I do messy list.sort, and now I look at messy list, it's now sorted, which is great. Now it's sorted, it's correct. But my messy list is gone, right? If I needed that messy list in that messy order for some reason, I can't get that back. I have no way of resetting my list back to that version. Maybe it was a list of students in order of their grades, right? And I sorted it alphabetically so I can print off an attendance sheet, but now I can't get back my grade sorted list. I should have made a copy first. So let's try that. Let's go back up here. Let's make this messy list again. And let's say clean list is equal to messy list sliced. The entire slice from beginning to end.
I'll answer.
And now my clean list, I can sort. And if I look at clean list, it's sorted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if I look at messy list, it's still unsorted, still 4, 2, 1, 3, 5. Now I have my original list and a clean sorted list. You'll likely find yourself using slices a lot in Python. It comes up in day-to-day tasks, frameworks like Django, and all sorts of other places. Be sure to practice with slices and try to commit all of the different list syntaxes to memory as we go through this stage. Remember, there's no shame in watching the video over again. Okay, get a snack, do some stretches, and come back for the next video where we'll look at how to make slices that skip items.
Slices that skip items. Look at that momentum. I just died. All right, let me answer this. You guys like the overlay? It's pretty sweet. Sure, he covered this in a video, but am I trying to transition? No, I'm not trying to transition. We're just learning Python. We voted for Python. I like the way that you can type it out. I like the methods on it. I like the syntax. And the stream voted for it. So that's what we're doing, right? And so I did a stream earlier that said we do Python later, and here we are, right? I was sitting on the couch kind of like, oh, I don't want to do this. And now we're good. Now we're good to go, right? So if you're out there and you're struggling to get started doing something, here I am. This is real life to me too, right? So I struggle with not wanting to do things, you know. I'm like, I don't want to do this. I'm too tired. Every fiber in my being was making up excuses for me to not do this. But it's really not that bad. It's actually good. Got to keep that momentum. Create a new variable named slice1. All right, let's do it. Ever use IntelliJ? Yeah, I've used IntelliJ. They have the free student version, but I've used 2 student emails for the IntelliJ suites, and now I have to pay. So I'm like, you know what, Visual Studio Code. Got to keep momentum. Takes you very far. Slice 1 equals. We want what? Second, third, and fourth. So we'd want 1 to 3. Yeah. I think. What? Not motivated enough to fix the typo. What? Oh, let's see. Where am I at? Motivated discipline. You got me. All right, it's fixed. You don't really use your student emails? Yo, hit me with that student email. No, I didn't notice it. You know you're a nerd when you're coding on a Saturday night. Well, it's not like I was excited about it. We're just doing it. Right, we're doing it because it's good for me, and I haven't done it. I missed a day. Got to get back into it. So it is what it is. Let's remove this, print this, save, PyLearn. Oh, that's only 2 items, so 1 to 3. So that's the difference. So we would want 0. Right. Oh, we have to go up 1. Okay, I got it. We need 1 to 4. Up to 4. Got it. Here we go. Why did you drop out, Chance? What? Oh. Still have access to your student email? Yeah. Send it to me on Discord. That'd be sweet, dude. But the thing is, like, you have to verify it. So you have to log in and verify it. Yeah, I don't even remember. Alex, what's up, dude? I still have to answer your email. I'll do that when I go to sleep. Another test. Get the last 2 items from favorite things and put them into slice 2. All right. Let's do that. Oh, how did he do this? How you guys doing tonight? It's late for you guys. If you're on the East Coast, it's like 12 for you. So thanks for hanging. If you're on the West Coast, welcome aboard. 9 o'clock. How do we do this here? 0 to 2. Oh, we got fireworks going on outside. Oh, my dogs are gonna lose their bananas. Let's see. Last two. Okay. So we would want. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Up to 6, I would say. 7. And so then we'd want the last two. 5 to 7. Maybe. Hey, we got it. Richard, what's up, dude? Welcome aboard. I could do favorite things -2, -1. Yeah. Alright, let's make a bit harder. Do 2 things. Make a copy, name it sorted things. Alright. Dude, Richard, you're on so often, man. I didn't mean to ghost you the other night. I just fell asleep and then I went on a camping trip. Let's see. Can you guys see my code? I'll stay at home dad. Oh, that's nice. You guys can't really see my code. Let me bump it up. I don't know how this sorts. Yeah. Would I recommend Python for a first language? As you can see, it's pretty typable. When I say typable, I mean like, it makes sense. There's a little bit of weird syntaxes. You deleted pub. Gotta finish up Flatiron. Yeah, dude, I know that feel. I have this brand new rig, 1080 SLI, 64 gigs, 1950X, and I don't have a single game on the system. I want to download all the games just to like see what kind of frame rate I get, right? But what's the point? I don't have time for that. I mean, I do, right? But your time's valuable. You don't get it back. You are the youngest you'll ever be right now, and the oldest you'll ever be right now. So, be cautious of that time. What is going on, Craig? What's up, dude? Overwatch is probably pretty smooth. You're not wrong. Probably is. We need to copy the first and sort later. All right. I'm not sure exactly what's happening here. Ah, yes. The copy method, I see. Your brain's had enough. Gonna take a run at it again tomorrow. Huh, dang, man. You're not correct. You think I deleted a bracket? There's no bracket missing. You want to watch me suffer through? That's fine. I'm really tired, so it's going to be even better. Everybody loves the backseat code, right? I think I'm just going to start titling Come Backseat Code with me. Favorite things. I don't know. Maybe he wants like dot sort. I don't know. I don't even know if you can do this. Bracket missing on the end of list. Huh, you guys got me. Oh, really? I need slice 1 too? Did not find the right things. Oh, come on. Oh, we have to restart all over? Alright, this will be quick. So we want the second, third, and fourth items. Alright. Slice 1 equals favorite things. And we want from the second, so this would be 0. Now this would be 1 up to 4. Yeah, I thought it was going to take me back to the other thing. Noble Savage just subscribed. I don't know if he's here, but that's pretty sweet. Sounds like there's bombs exploding outside my house. All right, next step. All right, now we want to do it again, except we want the last two. 5. So this is where I type 5 and 7. It says add the code. Can you PID tune? I used to. Favor. You guys tell that I'm a little bit tired? I don't think it's obvious. All right, here we go. Now I can just paste this whole thing I've been waiting for. Can I tune PIDs? I don't know. Why so tired? Because I slept negative hours last night. My dog, I was in the middle of nowhere camping, and my dog was growling at every leaf that was crunching. We completed the challenge, boys. Let's continue.
Slices don't have to include everything from the first index to the second. Using what's called a step, you can make slices that skip every other item, for example. Actually, Python slices are a lot like pizza slices. Sometimes you want to slice with everything in it. Sometimes you want to slice with just certain toppings. I think this analogy got away from me.
Armand, later, bro. Yeah, his beard's pretty majestic. Not gonna lie. All right, I'm gonna mute this mic and go back to playing.
So before I get any hungrier, let's jump back into workspaces and see how to do slices where we skip some items. It's easiest to see how slices work, especially slices with steps, when you're working with something that you already know the order of. Since I want this to be understandable no matter where you are in the world, let's use numbers. We all know our numbers from 0 to 20, right? Okay, so let's get a list. I'm going to use the range function to make it. So numbers equals list range 20. And if I look at numbers, it's 0 through 19.
Alex, let me just prompt you with a question. Why is a university offering a coding bootcamp in addition to, a computer science degree? Think about the validity of those, and if it's just a cash grab. If it doesn't have a guarantee, Alex, don't go to it. There's one partnered with the University of Utah, and the there's no guarantee there, which means that there's no risk in their students. A brew! Thanks, man. What's my favorite language to program in? I really like JavaScript and Python, which is why we're doing Python. C#'s okay, also. Why did I speed the voice video? Because 1x is too slow. I listen to Audible books all day at like 1.8, so this seems normal to me. Google Foobar Challenge. You got an invite for it and you're stumped. I haven't heard of that. What's it about? Can I help you tune? I don't know what that means, Bear. How the so-called treehouse works? Yeah, I mean, if you want, there's a link in the description. If you want to follow along, you can click that. There's a 7-day free trial. After that, it's like $25 a month, so it's kind of like Udemy, except you get all these tracks that we can look at here if you want. Yeah, so you got library tracks, like you got Java Web Dev, Intermediate iOS. It's like access to unlimited Udemy. That's how it works. The white dog left a room. Actually, he's just on the corner. He's just chilling. He's sleeping.
Now, if you're not familiar with it, the range function is a handy way to generate a bunch of numbers. It gives you back a special type of data, though, called a range object. Range objects can be sliced, but they're not very transparent. They don't look and act exactly like lists. So I'm wrapping it with a list in order to make it a list like we're all used to. So now let's try to go through the list and get every even number. So we can do numbers. We want the entire list. And then before we can put in the step argument, we have to put another colon and then what the step is. There we go. That looks like even numbers. Since we want the entire list from front to back, like I said, we leave off the start and the stop indexes. We add another colon and the final number, which is known as the step. 3 pieces to a slice. Start, stop, step. The step tells Python how many steps to take through the list before it adds another item to the slice. If you didn't guess, the default step is 1, which gives us every item in the slice. Slices with steps can still have whatever start and end steps you want to. For example, I don't have to include the 0. I can do numbers 2 to start at the 0, 1, 2 item, and then still go to the end with every other step, right? So that still gets me 2 and above all the even numbers. All of this slice stuff that's both with and without steps can be applied to any ordered iterable. That means right now, lists and strings. So for example, if I have Oklahoma, and I slice this with colon, colon 2, I get Olm. So far, we've only used positive integers as start, stop, and step. What happens if we use a negative number, though? Well, they're kind of like using negative indexes. So for instance, numbers -2 colon gets 18 and 19, so the last 2 items, right? Because -1, -2, -3, right? Since we started at index -2, which would be 2 numbers from the end, then continue to the end, we get the last 2 items. Now, could I use this to go backwards through the list, too? Let's try it. Numbers -2, and then -5, which is further back in the list, right? And I get an empty list. But that makes sense, right? Because the default step is a positive one, which means that Python moves through the list from left to right. There's no way to move from left to right and go from index -2 to index -5. Well, what if I used a negative step? So colon -1. It worked. So a negative step lets me move backwards through the iterable to generate the slice. I bet that means I can reverse the entire list then with a -1 step. So numbers, colon, because I want the entire list, and then my step is -1, and there's all the numbers backwards. So that's awesome. Steps give us so much more control over how we get bits and pieces from a list or another ordered iterable. Don't underestimate how handy those negative indexes and steps are. Being able to move backwards through a string or a list, especially without having to know the length of the string or the list, is a very useful tool. And generating a reversed copy of a list by using that -1 step is amazingly useful.
Oh god, he lost me. He lost me. All right, here we go. Can I do the iOS course? I think we're going to do JavaScript next. We can take a vote on the iOS. I'm not really interested in iOS because I don't even have an Apple phone, so it wouldn't do me much good to code. I mean, I have an iPad, I guess, that I play Battlegrounds on. Thanks for the donation, Abru, by the way. I forgot to say that. Everyone's listening intently. All right, these tasks are a bit harder, but you know that I can do them. All right. Create a function called first_for. All right, so def to define your function. And then we're going to call it first_for. All right, and it returns from 4 items. Wait, what? All right, so we got to give it a list. From whatever iterable. You don't have an iPhone, why? Yeah, because I don't like Apple. The Apple ecosystem is good, but I don't like them. I think it's overpriced. Mr. Burger. Thanks. Call me out on that. Alright, so we want to return the first 4. So we would do list, doop, and then we do won't do, and the first, we'd go from 0 to 4 or 3. Oh wait, yeah, 3. No, we want the first 4, so we go to 4. There we go. All right. The backseat coding, yeah, dude. People love to correct you when you're wrong. You're new to the channel. Your name is Scarlett. Yeah, I saw you earlier today in the first stream. Welcome aboard. All right, second one. Make a new function. All right. First and last 4. The first 4 and the last 4 as a single value. Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. I'm just gonna be just be aware, backseat coders, that I am pretty tired. And when you give me these one-liner simple solutions, like, I don't know what you're doing. Like, it's good for you that you can do that, but I'm too tired to try and figure out the tricks. I'm just doing basics. All right, want the first 4 and the last 4. So it'd be 0 to 4, and then, oh man, here maybe. I have no idea. You rented another piece of my soul? Thanks, dude. Yeah, I saw it. It updated it. Look at my Discord PMs. All right, I'm looking. Oh, Travis. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I got it. I was sitting on the couch when you mailed that. Looks good. Use extend or append. Maybe. What is the most useful? I mean, computer science. Thanks, Travis, by the way. How's your hand doing? Doing all right? Yeah, I mean, I guess we could do that. Let me think this through. I'm trying not to... Do I live alone or with a roommate? I don't have roommates. I will never have roommates again, ever. I'm past that phase of my life. I have a girlfriend. She lives here. Burger. Please. You're saying it like a question, but you're like low-key saying it like as the solution. Get the first 4 and then append the last 4. All right, well, we can do that. So let's do that. All right, here we go. You can backseat code if you want, but I may or may not choose to read it out loud. All right, new list dot append list. I don't know how to do that. 4. Shoot. You have an interview coming up. Give us more details. You're swimming fly in a county meet tomorrow and with a fractured wrist. Dang, dude. Putting myself through Python because I want to learn how to do Raspberry Pi stuff. This is the step counter though, right? So start, stop, step counter. So start, and we'd want the last, I don't know. No, my girlfriend pays rent. She pays me $800 a month, and that gets split to. Well, she doesn't pay me, but she pays for $800 a month, and then the length of the list -4. I'm just gonna see what this does. Try again. Oh, great. Oh, there we go. You own the house or you're renting it? No, I own the house. I purchased the house as an investment so that then in a year I can move out of this house and rent it, get some passive income, and then buy a new house and then do that. Both of the dogs are mine. The house is mine and the dogs are mine. Let's see. My girlfriend pays me $800 a month. Yeah, but that goes between all the utilities. That goes between me buying her food. That goes to the, everything. It goes to the actual rent. Trust me, I'm paying a lot more than she is. This is starting at 0, and we're stepping through the -4, which means we're going backwards. Oh, Jeffrey's here. The last 4 would be -4. Oh, yeah, you're right. Jeffrey, it makes sense. Got it. Got it, fam. Nope. -4 to -1. I don't understand what it's doing. Like, if this works, Burger, I won't get what it's doing. No, it doesn't work. Why is the rent so high? You live in the middle of nowhere. I live in downtown Salt Lake City. What are you talking about? The rent, it doesn't cover. My rent is $1,600 a month, just the mortgage, right? I have to pay electricity, I have to pay gas, I have to pay internet, I have to pay water, trash. That all adds up to it costs me $3,300 to live every month, right? Just to live. And that's not even much. I live in one of the cheaper houses. You should see the new houses. They're $400,000 to $700,000. I don't get how they do it. It's Utah. There's nothing there. That's not true at all. Maybe you just watch too much movies. Depends on where you go in Utah. Nope. Just a regular job? Well, ask a lot of questions. Ask what your responsibilities will be, who you're working with, and can you meet those? All right. Nope. Yeah, Lambda School is completely online. Nope. Use some print statements for debugging. Getting an error here. Unindent does not match any outer indentation. What? Okay, there we go. So we're getting the last 4. So 1, 2, 3. This will be 5 then, right? Wow, so interesting. I know, right? Hate the feeling. Are you gonna buy more Bitcoin when the crash comes? I think it's pretty much here. Yeah, we need to extend. You're right, Jeffrey. What is this course? Learning Python. Personal videos about your journey. I mean, try it. Go for it. I'm sure there would be older people out there that would like to see that you can do it. They think, oh, you know, whatever about themselves. Oh, I'm too old, can't do it. It's not true. You can do it. What? What did I do? Now, why does that work now? Is it true if you code in Python that you might be gay forever? I don't know, man. I think that's a myth. I think if your name is Heatger or something like that. Oh, they want return, not a print. Yeah, I mean, I get it, but... Do I know any other languages? Yeah, of course. I do JavaScript normally. Why is it being mad? Enter, tab. One, two, three, four, 5. Okay. Yeah, they wanted a return. Need to know Python. That's what all the hipsters are using. You know, you should really take this Python bootcamp on Udemy. Will AI take over web developer? Nah, we're pretty good. Amazing. That one's tricky. I wish they would tell us that we need to use the other methods that we know, rather than just assuming that we remember it. Yeah, just document your journey. Got here late. Do you know the link to the list? We figured it out. C# worth learning. Do you want to learn Unity? Yeah, then do that. I wouldn't do .NET though. I do .NET. It's not fun. C#'s not that hard. How are things? I mean, they're going. I'm tired, but it's going. We're making it happen. Take the MIT Python intro course. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to put them as the background to anything Python. Don't worry about it. All right. Create a new function named odds. I wish they would tell me if I needed to keep the other functions here, right? Because like I delete the stuff to clear some space out so that you guys can read, but then it gets mad because I delete it. All right. Returns. every item with an odd index in the provided iterable. All right, so it takes a list, and then at 1, 3. All right, so we want step, and then return list 3. So from 0 to the end to 3. I think this should work. Wait, what? Seems to be working. Oh, with an odd index, not every third index. Hold. Can I post this code on GitHub? Yeah, I could probably try. Post treehouse code to GitHub. There's not a whole lot of treehouse code here, really. They just give you word problems, and then you solve them. Every item with an odd index. So 0, 1, 3, 5. Let's try this. So we'd want 1. So we'd want 2, 4. All right. There we go. All right. Did you guys hear that? Sounded like a nuke just went off. Hey, we got it. All right. Richard, you can't meme about backseat coding and then backseat code. Sounds like I farted. Yep, no, that was just one of those explosive fireworks, is what we'll call it. What do you do with .NET? The same thing that you do with other MVCs. You just make web apps. Keto diet. I'm not doing keto diet. I'm done with that for a while. Until next week. I think I'm just gonna do like really low carb weeks and then a little bit lax on the weekends. But keep that mixed with intermittent fasting, so don't eat anything until 1 p.m. Keto's life. That's alright. It's pretty good, but the Cheeto diet, I prefer the seafood diet, right? You just eat what you see. Eat everything that you see. It's my favorite diet. Option blogger, just subscribe. Hell yeah. Is it worth going to college? Pass. Pass on that. Alright, you're on fire. Last one. And it is, of course, the hardest. Make a function named reverse evens, okay? That accepts a single list. Return every item in the iterable with an even index in reverse. Alright, I think we can do it. I think we can do it. All right, what do we got here? We want every item, with an even index. Okay, so we want -2. And we want to start at the end. What did he do to reverse it, right? So you just want to reverse it. So you do like -1. I forget. I'd just go back and watch the video. I'm going back.
Slices don't have to include everything. Being able to move so much more control around. What if I used a negative step? So :-1. It worked. So a negative step lets me move backwards through the iterable to generate the slice.
All right, so we got -2, -5. All right, what are the numbers here? So 0, -2, -5. What does that -5 do? 0, 1, 2. No. Let's see. Zero, -1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So up to this one. That doesn't make any sense. Let me go back. What is he saying? Start, stop, step. Yeah, I mean, I get that. So we're starting at -2. But what is -2? This one's 0, 1, 2. And we're stopping at -5. Or up to -5, so 3, 4. Right. But that would stop at 15. If it makes me go through this again, I'm so done. I'm gonna skip it. Okay, good. It's alright, Craig. It's all good. Number 1 is the last item.
Slices don't have to include control over how we get bits and pieces from a list or another ordered iterable. Don't underestimate how handy our list, and then my step is -1, -1. It worked. So a negative step moves through the list from left to right. There's no...
Here we go. Numbers -2. What? I don't get it. 1, 2. I don't like this. I don't like this negative. It's confusing me at 11:38 at night. So we're starting at 1 going this way? Alright, 1, 2. I'm not starting at 0 from the end. Fantastic. And then we want to go to -5.
No way to move from left to right and go from index -2 to index -5. Well, what if I used a negative step? So :-1. It worked.
Okay, so we have to go to -5. So we're at -2, 3, 4, 5. But we want to go up to 5. So not to 5. So 16. Then we want to go to -1. So -1. All right, let's come back here. We got it. I get it. I get it. It's just if you're going reverse, it doesn't start at 0. All right, so we want to... Oh boy. Try again. Are you kidding me? Team Treehouse, please. All right. So this says go backwards from the beginning, -2. I don't know. So we want to start at -1, and then we want to go back -2. Nope. Team Treehouse. Yeah, it's the 7-day free trial. Right, so if you're gonna pay $25, you gotta use it, even if it's 10:41 a night. You guys can't see what I'm doing. Here, this is what I'm actually doing. Reverse evens. We want to start at the very first one here, and then we want to go back -2. What is -3? I don't know. -1? What am I doing? Nope. 1, 3, 5. All right, let's take a gander. Invalid syntax. Oh, I know. We goofed. Here we go. This should work. You didn't get the right values. All right. New list append my yeah, we don't want to do that. I don't understand. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, right? So let's go back 2, save. 5, 3, 1. Yeah. And then this should also work the same. Yeah. So this should work. Didn't get the right values. How? How? This is returning the correct values. 5, 3, 1. 5, 3, 1. Oh. Wait, it would return, as the input, the function would return 5, 3, 1. So this is correct. It's returning the correct thing. Am I printing? No, here. Oh, you can't see. Sorry. Yeah, I'm returning the list. Here. You need to return an even index, not an odd. No, it says I need to return 5, 3, 1. And so over here, I'm returning 5, 3, 1. It should work. You're right. Didn't get the right values. Read the question. Are you assuming the size of the index? No. Alright, well, let me just change it to 1 or 3. Alright, that didn't work. Let's try that. Didn't work. So I'm just guessing at this point until I get the math right. Nope. You used print to get the results. Yeah, I mean, I get it. Right, but I'm returning it. I'm returning it here. I'm not printing it. It's already returned. I'm printing it over here to see that it's working, and then here. Is this site better than Pluralsight? Pluralsight's good for IT stuff. Try testing it with a list the size of 20. I don't want to create a list the size of 20 because I have to type that out. Use return over there. It is return. They're using this, for example, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as the input. Example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even index and direction. This is an even index. All right, so every even index, but we're starting negative. So this is why I'm confused. -1, 2, right? So it would be 1, 2, -2. What time is it? It's 10:48 p.m. Critical thinking skills are going through the window. You would use an if statement. All right. I commented out my odds, yeah, but that's up here, not over here. All right. Invalid syntax. Nope, doesn't like it. Yeah, still mad. It's still angry. I don't think that's... Oh, I know what it is. I'm just bad. Nope, doesn't like it. It should be elif. This shouldn't be a big deal, though. I mean, I get it, right? You want me to delete the space? Okay. Get the right values. Yeah, I mean, it's still not gonna work. Fix the space. I did. Jeez. I did not return. Oh no. Nope. Here we go. Let's see if they want the else. I'll add it if they want it. Oh boy, okay. Control Z. I don't want to rewatch the video. I'm too tired to care. It's so hard to care. Call it reverse odds. Okay. With even, we'd want to, let's see. Someone just type the answer. Someone just type the answer so I can copy paste it and be done with this. I'm done. Later, dude. Didn't get the right values, but I did get the right values, so I don't know why it's so mad. We did that already. That's what it was before. Alright, just make a new list. Alright. Dude, Ellian, what's up, dude? How are you? New list equals list. We want the evens. Go from 0 to 2. And then maybe take a 5-minute break. No, there's no 5-minute breaks. That's giving me 8 hours of sleep. You just entered the stream. What's the puzzle? We are trying to reverse a string, but looping backwards over the even indexes. Right, and so is there a dot reverse function? Yeah, so this says go backwards and reversing the list. Right, so nope. It doesn't like it. Doesn't want to do it. So we're looping through the list from 0 to 2. And then we're doing it backwards. Print that list backwards. Is there a list slicing? There is. This is what we're doing. This is list slicing. This doesn't say go from 0 to 2. This says go from beginning to end using 2 indexes. 0, 1, 2, right? 0 to 1. Yeah. This is what we get. Try again. Yeah, just paste the answer. You're setting new list twice. I mean, I'm modifying it, right? No, Austin, I tried that. I tried all those combinations. It didn't work. And the second line there, new, what? I'm so confused. You're looking at the answer on Treehouse. You did it wrong. Thanks, man. Send me the link. Alright, I'm looking for the link. The first line sorts. Alright. I did this. We did this over here like 10 times. So we start at 1, and then we go back -2. Oh my god. I'm gonna throw this out the window. Oh, we got it. We got it. That was insane. This is fun. What ended up working? Let's take a look here. How do I go back? Next. Oh, we're done. Let's go back. I was drinking some orange soda. This was the solution that worked, but then it told me it was wrong. It was basically, look, set the list, but loop over it, or in indexes of 2, loop over it, and then reverse that. So you have an even list, and then you reverse that even list, which is what I did, but I was making it twice, so it didn't make sense. And then it gave me an error because it said looking for reverse evens, and this is not evens, it's reverse even. Yeah, so this is what I was doing, but I just had the syntax wrong. So, all right, I think my brain is done. 11 o'clock at night. Oh, so we did do that. We were just having some wrong syntax, but it makes you feel bad. It makes you feel like you have no idea what you're doing, right? Even though you're like this close to solving it, you just got some syntax wrong. Yep. Classic. Skulls. You just watched 15 of my videos. The next link, me being live. Nice. Yeah, you tried to help me with the syntax, but it's late, man. It is late. This is the top. What index will this start at? Let's go, team. 0. What does iterable do? Iterable is just a name for something that you can loop over. Choose the correct answer. If you have a computer science degree, you should know what iterable does. It's late, but it's crushed. It's all right. 1 to infinite will stop, so the end. Next. Slices can only be used on lists. Probably not. Copy the entire list with a slice. Got it. We did it. Oh, you want me to spell Pylint? All right. Oh, I already have it. No, we're done. We're done. We'll work through the rest of this tomorrow. We're done. Let's go to hangout mode. Yay. Richard, I just looked at my email and I noticed that you have become a fan club member. I appreciate you, Richard. Thanks, dude. This was all night coding. How often do you smoke before coding? I don't. I don't smoke. I'm just tired. Am I going to play WoW this week or the Overwatch grind? I took MCLP7. Try it. I'll blow through my debugging stages. Nah. I don't do none of that. My parents smoked in the house when I grew up, like cigarettes, and so it's just a turn off. I hate it. I go to school when I was like in middle school, and all the kids would be like, "Hey, dude, are you smoking? You're like 13. Can I get a cigarette?" And I'd be like, "No, it's my parents." And I couldn't bring any friends over because their parents didn't want them to come back smelling like cigarettes. So I don't smoke. Yeah, new expansion comes out for a while. Yup. I should beta test Camelot Unchained. Smoking, lifting. Yeah, I know, right? I like cardio, so I prefer to stay away from that. I don't know. You can do whatever you want, but I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. Someone's going to be like, "You don't have caffeine? That's a drug." All right, look, we're talking about like the stuff by and large. Addicted to code. Chris is awesome. Chris, dude, you're awesome. Thanks for hanging out. Code Academy Online. Should you start with another site first? I mean, there's a whole bunch of sites out there. You gotta find what works for you. Any cool projects I've done that I want to tell you about? Nothing too real. Like I'm either editing and recording videos or talking or teaching, working, doing this. I don't really have a lot of time for that. You sat here and drank wine watching this guy code. Oh, it feels good to be this guy. I like to be known as this guy. I'm just this guy. Thanks, VD. Joseph, what's up, dude? Welcome. 53 viewers at 11 o'clock at night. What am I working on nowadays? I'm working on a C# application. Creating a community project. And we have a community project. It's a to-do app. And the deadline is in 10 days. Didn't I have a government coding job? It was for a private company working for a government. So it was a private government contractor. You put in your 2 weeks so you can prep for the Lambda challenge. I mean, you get to multiple chances. 6 o'clock in the morning in London, yeah. For which government? Russia? No. Which language is the to-do list in? There's no set specifications. We're just going to we're going to have a community vote. And then with the top 3, we'll just review as a video. You can make it however you want. But trolling every day. What's up, dude? Welcome. Good morning. Any niche websites that we made that you can check out? Nothing that I would want to share. Python, dude. Yep. What are the standards that we vote on? We haven't got that far yet. Whoa, so tired. Alan, Python's where it's at. You know, you should check out this Python bootcamp. I'm so tired. But I did it. I forced myself to do the Python. And then I learned a thing or two about slicing. That's what happens. You get stuck, but you're not gonna forget it. Everyone's like, "Why won't it work?" And you're like, "I don't know." You're just so close. How much of the community is people wanting to learn versus people in the industry? I'd say 50-50. What's a Python? Yep, we cut down another piece of the Python forest. If you guys wanted to do that, there's a link in the description. Check it out. I'm just saying that, like, if you want to check out Treehouse, you can do it without me, but if you use the one in the description, it supports the channel. But, you know, no big deal. I'm not making millions of dollars here. So don't worry about it. Just saying. My full stack or front end dev? Sometimes, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I know what I'm doing. What should you look for in college? You're planning on being a CS major. You should plan on being employable rather than any sort of major. Going by my leaks? Hey, Skulls, thanks, dude. ABET accreditation. I'd only get ABET accreditation if you want like mechanical or some sort of engineering degree. Computer science, you don't really need it. Can you see the specifications of the to-do app? There's the whole... Yeah, so it's just build a to-do app however you want to do it. I'm not putting specifications on it because I don't think that's fun. You build it in whatever language you want. However you want to do it. Scope creep, that's up to you. The Scratch platform. Who is doing the to-do app? Oh, we have a few groups in the Discord doing it. You're 15, doing Launch Codes Bootcamp. What should you focus on when you're done? Portfolio, my friend. Build that portfolio. You need applications and websites. Can you join the to-do app? Yeah, dude. It's up to you. You know, you can do it solo. Post, see if there's some people down to want a group. What do I think about the Udacity Nano degree? It's expensive. I tried to get them to let me check it out, but they did not respond. Otherwise, it's like $800 a month or something. Do you need an internship? Usually internships are good for the places that you want to work. So get an internship somewhere that you want to work, and then chances are they'll hire you full-time after you graduate. Yeah, why go to college? That's a good question. Still figuring it out. If you want to be a doctor, maybe. But even then, when you go to the doctor and you tell the doctor your symptoms, he goes over to his computer and he types in the symptoms and he gets a list of stuff. And he's like, yeah, you probably have one of these. And then he uses the 5% of his medical knowledge to figure out what you have. Okay. Real hard. Checked out Scratch? I haven't. Yeah, I don't know. Getting by the HR department depends if you want to go to like a big company that has an HR department. Yeah, I mean, you go to the doctor and he goes back, he types his stuff on the computer, he gives them a list of results that says possible things that you have, and then he uses his medical knowledge to best guess. So you could probably do the same thing. Any advice on effective marketing? Oh man, you need a brand, dude. Brand is everything. You use WebMD? Nah, dude, you can't. You can't use WebMD. If you type WebMD, like, you'd be like, I have a headache. Terminal cancer. Don't use WebMD. Dry throat. Cough. Terminal cancer. Shit, I'm gonna die. A degree is a great asset. Yeah, if you want to like move around and work in different countries, a degree will probably help you. In residency, that's not what you do. Right? But when you're a doctor with your own practice, that's what you do. The brand gap. Marty Neumeyers. Okay. Hardest part about getting started with GitHub? GitHub's not very hard at all. You just make an account and you... I don't know. Okay, Heater says, tell people that Scratch will help you to learn code. I don't know what that is. Winter, I have a course for GitHub if you want to check it out on my Teachable. Walks you through everything. Yeah, what's Scratch? We don't know what it is. How did I learn so much about the industry? I worked at a lot of different jobs, and they all ran out of money. They were like, yeah, we ran out of money. Bye, Josh. All right. So then I got a new job doing a new language. And then it happened again, and again, and again. And so I was like, you know what? Time to do my own thing. Do I have Ubuntu running? Nah, just Windows. Are my courses free? No. Can I help you with Flask? What does that mean? I don't know. Scratch kind of sounds like the building blocks from Minecraft, to be honest. How can you generate ideas to code in Python? How do I come up with ideas? I figure out things like we're doing now. Like, we're just coding random, like, grocery store applications. All right, well, let's figure out how to make this into a full-fledged app. How can I generate, I don't know. You just woke up. Yeah, I know Flask, the framework. How can I help you with it? But, like, what does that mean? What do you want me to, like, drop everything I'm doing? We hop in a Google Hangout call and we code until it's done? I can't do that. How do you have time to upload multiple times daily? I don't. I upload one video every day. Mern or Lamp? I would say Mern. Laravel, old news. Do I use a script to update my YouTube descriptions? There's a bulk change. There's a bulk change option for different pieces of video, so you copy paste whatever you want in that little whatever you're trying to change, and then you click go and it says okay, processing. So Josh versus Joe, let's do it. Joe has been doing this for 6 years and I've been doing this for not even 3, so probably he's gonna win. I don't wanna do it. I don't know what you like, Victor, dude. Like, I get you're gonna post some code out of context. I don't know what's happening here. I've never used Flask before. Josh is the man. That's not true. I will lose to a code fight. I couldn't figure out how to reverse an index with Python. Like, come on. According to WebMD, you're dead right now. According to WebMD, I'm like a vampire. And that I should probably not be able to have a good diet or lift weights because I don't sleep 8 hours. Can I go over some algorithms in Python, such as linked lists and double linked lists? No, I'm going to pass on that. Dream of a coding job. Do it, Asa. Do it, man. I'm going to head out, too, because I'm getting tired. Maybe like a couple more minutes. My eyes. Can you tell? I'm tired. Got to make another video. You're surprised I'm up? I'm surprised I'm up. 2 streams in a day and a video. Man. Should you be a web developer or go to college for mechanical engineering? Yeah, let me just go ahead and tell you to be a web developer. Be a problem solver. If you didn't like mechanical engineering, why didn't you switch majors? Because I was in Finland, I had 6 months left to graduate, and my wife asked for a divorce. I didn't have time to switch majors. My visa was getting revoked at the same time. So, yeah. Are you really learning Python, or have I used it? I can break down Python that's like fully made and figure out how it's working. But, I mean, I don't know. It's not too far from JavaScript. But we're learning some different syntaxes and stuff. Back with Tacos and Guac. Welcome back. Coding Dojo. Nice, dude. 9 a.m. in the Mideast. Good morning. Good night, dude. Another video tomorrow. We'll do another What's the Trick video. Some sort of algorithm or something. 28 and divorced. That is correct. How old was I? I was 20 years old. Everyone's going to be like, well, that's why you got divorced. Crystal Lang, I will like it. Okay. Remind me tomorrow. Where did my wife go? I don't know. She just said I want a divorce. It was Christmas night. I still don't know why. I was like, how about no, we're not getting a divorce? And she's like, I'm getting a divorce. And I was like, how about no? And she's like, yes. And so, you know, she's the Finnish person. She goes to the police department. She files the papers. I have no option. I have 6 months left of a valid visa before I get deported, and I have 6 months left of college. So it's not like I can just stop what I'm doing and switch majors and redo all the courses that I'm missing. So it's not a valid option. Yeah, dude, it's rough. Do I want to do Python for backend or data science? Yeah, I don't want to do it for either of those. I would like to do it for our Raspberry Pis. Yeah, it was on Christmas. It was suck. It was the suck. That was the only time in my life that I've ever tried to get drunk, was when she's like, I want a divorce. I was like, it's Christmas. She's like, I hate you. I was like, what'd I do? She's like, it's like living in jail with you. You're ruining my life. I was like, but what did I do? She's like, I feel like I can't do anything with you. You're ruining it. Whatever. All that crazy stuff. Man, backend stuff's not fun. What kind of projects am I planning with Raspberry Pis? I'd like to do one of those reflective mirrors. I think that'd be cool. She wasn't ready to be married. Yeah, she's a lot older than me. So I think, I don't know. You can't turn a hoe into a housewife, you know? So I should have learned my lesson. Red flags everywhere. I messed up. MILF Hunter. How old was she? Let's see. I was 24 at the time, and she was almost 30, so don't let one... Yeah, but why not? That's the better solution anyways, Yanni. Like, MGTOW, men going their own way. That's the best way anyways. So, lesson learned. What was she wanting to do? I don't know. I have no idea. Silicon Valley or Mr. Robot? Game of Thrones. Get with a girl with a heart of gold. Nah, she can take my money. MG toes are gross. Nah, I'm not getting married again. Girlfriend knows I'm not getting married. She's okay with it. Best way to learn coding? Yeah, break stuff. Dude, what's up, man? Heart of gold means she'll be there forever. Be compassionate and well-meaning in society. Do you live in a fucking fairy tale, bro? You live in fucking Disney World? Get real. I can't even deal with myself some days. How the fuck am I supposed to live with someone forever? Are you kidding me? These people actually exist. Yeah, that's fantastic. Good for them. Pass. I don't want just one person. Why have one girl when you can have lots of girls? Motivated for what? You just do it. You get motivated later. When you're learning a new language, how much time do you usually spend on... I don't know. I just break stuff. You will learn it once you're older. You sound like one of those people that's going to be like, you don't want to have kids now, but you will later. I've never wanted to have kids. Still don't want to have kids. Like, just not interested. You're just one of those people. You're probably the same age as me, and you're telling me what I'm going to learn when I'm older. If you have a committed girlfriend, you have one girl. That's not necessarily true, my friend. Those people exist, but they're hard to find. The frailty of the human condition. Alright, well, I'd rather have a bunch of girls than just one. You're so concerned about me wanting to figure out how I'm going to find the right one. The right one. Dude, there's lots of right ones. Have I ever seen Twilight? Yeah, of course. Polygamy is legal in Utah. No, it's not. Be careful, my girl might be watching. Nah, she's asleep. She already knows all this stuff anyways. I talk to her about it pretty much daily. Whenever my girlfriend's like, why can't I make you happy? Don't I make you happy? Blah, 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 right? Like, I'm like, no, you don't make me happy. It's my job to be happy, not your job. If I'm not happy, it has nothing to do with you. Okay? She's like, well, don't I make you happy? Like, it's not even about that. Heater. Hard pass. Hard pass on that. Hardest pass of my life. I prefer an open relationship. Nah, I don't have an open relationship. I just assume when our relationship is over, next girl. I assume my turn with my girlfriend will eventually end, and then I'll have some other girl. And then another one, and another one. You can have as many wives as I want. Dude, I can't even deal with one girl most days. I don't want to deal with more than one. Are you kidding me? Imagine all that nagging, dude. Whew. No thanks. How come whenever the Xbox turn on, the trash gotta go out? Every time she hear that doo-doo-doo, trash is suddenly full. What is that? All right, my bros, I'm out. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna start saying really dumb stuff. You guys have a good night. I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next video. Your girl sounds like my mom. I should grow the beard. You don't want to see the beard. I'm gonna start saying stupid stuff, so I'm gonna head out. You guys have a good night. Joe, thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow in the Python stream. I'm out.